Have you ever gazed into the shadows of history where secrets lie hidden, waiting to be uncovered? Where were so brutal and terrifying rituals practiced that those in power eventually banned them? Today we're about to embark on a journey into the dark corners of our past, where the line between the sacred and the horrifying becomes blurred. Welcome to PRESAPEN, Explorers of the Unknown. In this episode, we'll delve into ancient rituals so brutal they were banned. From human sacrifices to excruciating physical alterations, these rituals were not for the faint of heart. They were performed in the name of gods, rulers, and traditions, but their brutality knew no bounds. Rituals have been the heartbeat of human societies, connecting individuals to their communities, gods, and themselves. They've marked the passage of time, celebrated victories, mourned losses, and even attempted to influence the forces of nature. But what makes a ritual so powerful? Is it the symbolism, the repetition, or the shared belief among participants? Rituals can transform ordinary actions into sacred experiences, binding people together in a shared understanding of their world. However, not all rituals are benign celebrations or spiritual practices. Some have been designed to instill fear, demonstrate power, or appease wrathful deities. These are the rituals we'll explore today, the ones that have left a dark stain on human history. From the heart of the Aztec Empire to the remote forests of ancient Europe, from the glittering courts of Imperial China to the mysterious lands of Africa, we'll uncover rituals that were so brutal, so shocking that they were eventually banned. These are not mere stories, but glimpses into a time when faith, fear, and power intertwined in a deadly dance. Why are we drawn to these brutal rituals? Is it morbid curiosity, or is there something deeper, something that resonates with our primal selves? As we delve into these practices, we may find reflections of our society, beliefs, and capacity for cruelty and compassion. If you're as fascinated by the mysteries of human nature as we are, hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think drives a society to perform such brutal rituals? Let's continue our journey into the unknown, the Aztec human sacrifice. The Aztecs, known for their grand temples and advanced astronomy, also practiced one of history's most infamous rituals, human sacrifice. These sacrifices were believed to appease the gods, particularly the sun god Huitzilopochtli, ensuring the sun's daily rise and the continuation of life. Victims, often prisoners of war, were led to the top of temples, where priests would perform the sacrifice, usually by heart extraction. The ritual was elaborate, filled with symbolism, and often accompanied by music and dance. The sheer scale of these sacrifices, sometimes involving thousands of victims, left a lasting impression on those who witnessed them, friends and foes. The Spanish conquistadors, horrified by the practice, banned it in the 16th century, marking the end of an era and a clash of cultures. The Celtic Wicker Man. Deep in the forests of ancient Europe, the Druids, the priestly class of the Celts, allegedly performed a ritual that still haunts our imagination. The Wicker Man ritual was believed to be a form of sacrifice to the gods, possibly for fertility or a successful harvest. Victims were placed inside giant wicker statues shaped like men and set ablaze. The screams, the crackling fire, and the smell of burning flesh must have been overwhelming. The ritual was shrouded in mystery, adding to its terrifying allure. The Wicker Man became a symbol of the enigmatic and fearsome nature of the Druids, contributing to their reputation as powerful and dangerous figures. Roman authorities, seeking to suppress Druidic practices, worked to eradicate this terrifying ritual, viewing it as a threat to their control. The Chinese foot binding. Moving to the elegant courts of Imperial China, we find a ritual not of death but of beauty and status, yet no less brutal. Foot binding. This practice symbolized femininity and social status, but came at a terrible physical cost. It was a mark of refinement and eligibility for marriage. Young girls' feet were tightly bound, breaking bones and causing lifelong disabilities, all to achieve the desired lotus feet. The process was excruciating and required constant care and attention. Foot binding became a deeply ingrained part of Chinese culture, reflecting societal values and expectations of women. It also led to a unique form of art and expression, such as specialized shoes and literature. The Chinese government, recognizing the inhumanity of the practice, banned it in the early 20th century. The ban marked a significant shift in cultural attitudes and the beginning of an extended change process. Though vastly different in purpose and method, these rituals share a common thread of intensity and brutality. They reveal a side of human nature that is both fascinating and horrifying, and challenges our modern sensibilities. They also raise questions about cultural relativism, human rights, and the power of tradition, the impact and legacy. Cultural impact. The rituals we've explored were not isolated practices. They were woven into the fabric of their respective societies. They shaped beliefs, influenced politics, and left a lasting legacy. Despite their brutality, these rituals reveal a shared human desire to connect with something greater, to understand the world, and to find meaning in suffering. They also demonstrate how power can be wielded through ritual, controlling populations and reinforcing social hierarchies. Modern interpretations. Today, these rituals continue to captivate and horrify us. They are studied by historians, depicted in art, and even referenced in pop culture. From films like Apocalypto to novels and documentaries, these rituals have found their way into our modern storytelling, reflecting our continued fascination. They also prompt us to reflect on our practices and beliefs, challenging us to consider what we deem acceptable or barbaric. Legal and ethical considerations. Banning these rituals was not merely a rejection of specific practices, it was a clash of values, a struggle over human rights, and a question of morality. The bans often came from foreign powers or changing societal norms, reflecting broader shifts in ethics and governance. The debates over these rituals echo today's discussions about cultural practices, human rights, and the tension between tradition and progress. Connection to the present. Though these rituals may seem distant and alien, they are part of our collective human story. Some rituals, though evolved, continue in various forms today, reminding us of our connection to the past. They offer lessons about empathy, understanding, and the complex interplay between culture, faith, and ethics. We've journeyed through time and across cultures, uncovering fascinating and horrifying rituals. These rituals tell a complex story, from the Aztec temples to the Celtic forests, from the courts of Imperial China to the echoes in our modern world, a story of faith, power, beauty, and brutality. A story that challenges our understanding of humanity and prompts us to reflect on our beliefs and practices. As we close this chapter of our exploration, we're left with questions, insights, and perhaps a newfound appreciation for the complexity of human nature. What do these practices tell us about the societies that performed them? What do they reveal about us, our capacity for cruelty and compassion, and our need for connection and meaning? Acknowledgement of complexity. These rituals are not mere relics of a brutal past. They are windows into the human soul, mirrors reflecting our world. If this journey has sparked your curiosity, inspired or unsettled you, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your engagement fuels our exploration here at PRESAPEN.